Did I scare you? Probably not, but that's okay. I'm not at work, though I look like I should be. Today's video is a little different. Fun fact about me, if you didn't know, I work at a haunted hayride, and it's like my favorite job. I'm repping the merch. Got my spooky bird, got my spooky pumpkin, and I've put food coloring in my drink to make it spooky. It's peach. Another fun fact is I'm petrified of the dark. So I get a lot of grief for working at a haunted hayride in the dark at night outside. Don't mind me as I look at myself, I don't know how to film. So on this hayride, we have about 10 scenes, 7 of which I would act in. There's one scene that I haven't worked that I would like to, and it's like a carnival scene with clowns and stuff. But normally we try to move around, keep things interesting. I like to move around, I like to be in a different scene all the time. But there are some people that like to stay in their scene and like have their scene, and for some reason Carnival has the most constants. So that's just how it is. So, what I thought it would be fun to do today is a what's in my haunting bag. I'm gonna start with the things that I keep in my car that I don't have. First of all, I like to keep a pair of black hiking boots because sometimes it rains and it gets really muddy. Or today, it's actually the 30th, not the 31st, I'm a liar. It snowed. It snowed. So, I intend to be wearing my hiking boots because they're also too big for me and I can put hand warmers in there. Fun stuff. We also have this like campsite scene, so if I work in there, it's kind of fun to wear hiking boots. So another pair of shoes that I keep in my car is just a pair of white sneakers because we have this black light scene, so it looks really cool to have white shoes because when the black light comes on, they glow. Now, this is my just in case bag. I have a skirt from a Mad Hatter costume that I will wear if I ever get to be in Carnival. So also in my just in case bag, I have these edgy boots because we have this slaughterhouse barn and my character for that is kind of edgy. I've only done that scene once and I didn't like it, but just in case. So we're normally supposed to wear all black, and that's what I've got going on here. Black pants, black socks. Ironically, even though this is my Spooky World hoodie and it is black, I don't wear it to work because it's a pullover, and when you're running around, if you're really cold and you need to put more layers on, or if you're around and you get hot and you gotta take layers off, I like to have a zipper. This doesn't have a zipper. So what I normally wear is a tank top, just a regular black tank top, and this coat that has a lot of pockets, which is nice. And normally I would wear these pants, but like I said, it snowed today, so I fully intend to wear 2 pairs of pants. And potentially 2 pairs of socks. Before we get into the bag, I'll show you what's on the bag. And that is a water bottle. And that's very important if you're running around in the woods for 5 hours. Gotta hydrate, my friends. Let's crack this puppy open. I have had this backpack since 4th grade, and I used it every year until senior year when I finally got a new backpack. So it's quite worn out. The zippers are kind of broken, but that means I don't mind bringing it to work and getting it dirty. In this little front pocket, I have a little bag of hair accessories because I like to do my hair for each scene. So I have all kinds of hair ties and bobby pins and tiny elastics and my big cemetery bow. Enough said. I like to have gum. Chapstick. Because it's cold and you're outside and you're breathing heavy and you need it. This one's a pumpkin. It does not smell like pumpkin. Enough said. Makeup wipes. Because when you get a look like this, and then you have to leave through the parking lot, you can't look like this. But normally, it doesn't matter at the end of the night because all the customers should be gone. However, this year, customers have to go through the park in order, and the hayride is first, so that means we're done first. So when we leave, there are still customers around. One of these, because we have wonderful makeup artists, but this year they can't quite do their job normally. They're only allowed to use airbrush for obvious reasons. So when I'm getting my airbrush done, if I do, I don't normally, but if I do, put this on so that if they're spraying, it's not ruining my good lens. And next, a portable charger, because, I don't know, if it's a slow night and you're bored and you're using your phone and it dies, that's kind of fun. And I was spraying a cable, but I was charging my phone on the phone. Okay. Safety pins. If you take a costume from the trailer and it doesn't fit, boom, safety pin. Something rips, boom, safety pin. Okay, now this is a little package deal because Spirit Gum to attach the latex mask. So a co-worker of mine made this latex piece and didn't eat it, so she let me have it. But I had to buy some of this Spirit Gum to stick it on. This mask looks really cool, but it's such a pain because you can't take it off all night, and it's very hard to eat or drink anything. Very, very important. Cough drops. Because if you're screaming and hollering all night, you might want some of that. And that's it for the first pocket. Moving on to the big zipper. Right away, we have this mask that I made for the cannibal scene. We're like treehouse cannibals. I don't know. We live in treehouses and we eat people, I guess. I got makeup on it, but I glued some fabric in there so that these are secure. Don't want any holes in our masks. No, no. Next, a bag. And in this bag is my cemetery dress. This dress I got at a costume store that had to close. And I put some fake blood on it. I wore this in my Thriller video, and I also talked about it in the makeup tutorial, so if you saw that, now you know. I tried to dirty it, but I had commitment problems, and can't really see it. So this is normally what I wear, because this is just a random costume, and I don't mind it getting dirty, but it fits me weird, so it's not good for layers. So tonight, I might wear this pink one that I also got from my costume shop. I wore this once because this one wasn't ready. I had to put a zipper on it and it wasn't done, and it was the very first night. But this is actually an authentic vintage disco dress. I put a ribbon on it because it was too big for me, but now I also took the shoulder pads out. But it kind of works in my favor that it's too big because I can put more layers on underneath. So I'm probably going to wear this tonight. Also within that bag, I have another bag. It's just a trash bag. And also in the big pocket we have a little pouch. And in this pouch, I keep ribbon because, as you can see on this mask, I glued the elastic to one side, but the other side broke. And I put a ribbon, so that's just in case this breaks. And I also keep scissors in here, but not right now. In here, lipstick for this look, in case I'm in cemetery. And I also have some brushes and eyeliner, all for this. Normally in past years I never did my own makeup because, you know, makeup artists are there for a reason. But this year we only have one, and she can only do airbrush. And so there are a lot of us and only one of her, and I just do my own. But only for this scene. Next we have what I lovingly dubbed the hat of gloves, because it is a hat and it is full of gloves for all different occasions. We have fingerless brown gloves, white gloves that I wear in cemetery, black gloves that I wear anywhere else, an extra pair of sockies in case they get wet or anything. English gloves with grips, which aren't so much help this year because we can't get on the trailer, but they're nice to have anyway. And these gloves with Jack Skellington on them that I wore in my Ouija video if you watched it. And then this hat, in case, it's cold. Put a little beanie on. I also wore this in the Ouija video. So, of course, I have my little bag of hair accessories, and I need a little hairbrush. I have a lot of hair, and it gets very tangly. So, in the vein of makeup, I have this giant eyeshadow palette I showed in my makeup tutorial. Somebody gave this to my sister, and she gave it to me, so I did not buy this. It's BH Cosmetics, if you're wondering. You can make. Anyway, if I need to put more layers on, I start with a black shirt. If I need another layer, I put this shirt on underneath because it's tight and it's almost kind of my skin color. And if I need another layer, I have this athletic long sleeve shirt. It's pretty warm, and depending on what scene, I also have this black zip-up hoodie. It is Hunger Games, but most costumes would go over the back. Otherwise, I wouldn't wear it. Next, we have probably the most important thing in this bag. Hot hands. Imperative. I love them. That's all I have to say. It gets cold here. You want to be warm? You just put those all over. I put them in my shoes. I put them in my sleeves. Put them in my glovies. Put them in your pockets. Keep them everywhere. And last, but probably least, look, let's be real. I like to snack. I like snacking. You're out there for a while. You might get kind of hungry. My friends like snacks, so what better than a giant box of fruit snacks? Just hand out little packages to your friends, or don't. You don't have to share. Just keep them all for yourself. But yes, snacks. And that should about do it. If you're haunting somewhere cold, the key is layers and hot hands. And if you're haunting in general, don't forget those cough drops and water and snacks. Happy haunting!